Systematic Sociology by Sheila Rogers. The movie that I picked was Selma, directed by Ava DuVernay. This movie is about Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement. In this movie, Black people are fighting for rights to vote, they are fighting for desegregation, and they are fighting for the basic human rights. The corresponding sociological theme for this movie is We No Longer Sit Quietly. I believe that this movie corresponds with the sociological theme because the Civil Rights Movement is all about change and no longer taking this suppression. The Civil Rights Movement is about people getting the rights they deserve as human beings. The quote I picked was, "The ritual of singing establishes a connection with the broader community of Black citizens resisting Jim Crow." I picked this quote because Black people try not to use violence in every way possible to get the point across that it's time for change, to get the point across that they deserve the same decent rights as anyone else and they are no different from anyone else. It is time to face the fact that Black people are treated poorly just because of the complexion of their skin. They are constantly at war for no reason with whites, and it is time to give Black people the rights they deserve as human beings and citizens of America. The second movie that I picked was Boys in the Hood, directed by John Singleton. This is about 4 Black kids growing up in the ghetto. One was smarter than the other and luckily had 2 educated parents and became successful. But the rest of them died as they got older due to Black gun violence. The attitude of surviving in these ghettos show how Black people survived in the ghettos under the condition of being poor and uneducated. The sociological theme associated with the movie is 4.1, the spectacle of Black violence as cinema. This represents the sociological theme because this movie shows what Black on Black violence looks like and the effects of Black on Black violence. A good quote from this article is, "The 2018 election of the first Black U.S. president, Barack Obama, is cast into ironic relief by the fact that too many for Black people, along with the much of the industrial world, are slipping deeper into poverty and ghettoization." I picked this quote because it talks about Black people put into the ghettos intentionally. People believe that things like white flighting affected these neighborhoods, which white flighting is when white people leave the neighborhoods of Black people that lived in, lowering the value of the neighborhoods. This affects Black people because lowering the value of the neighborhoods lowers the SES, creating a low SES environment. This affects how they will live. The common theme between these are 11.2, We Will Not Sit Quietly, and 4.1, The Spectacle of Black Violence as cinema. These sociological themes show that Black people are struggling all the way around. The ghettoization Blacks have been categorized in affects them tremendously. The struggles within the community and the struggles outside the community rise in and outside the community. Being suppressed by another race affects this. These themes have exposed many issues within the Black community and shows why it's so hard to be successful in the Black community. Another common theme that I see in these are that Black people usually are poor in these situations and they have no resources to get out of them. So things like Selma, they used every resources like churches and stuff to do these marches and everything, but not all of them were rich, not all of them were poor, but they were all in the middle. With the Black on Black violence and Boys in the Hood, these were all uneducated Black kids who had nothing else to do but sit in the ghettos, drink, shoot around, and not even go to school. This affects them because being uneducated does not help them get out of their environment, and being uneducated does not help them get the motivation to leave. They will not want to leave if they have nothing else to do and they don't have anything to do because they don't know anything.